Hello, my friends. Did you welcome the sun this year with joy, with jumping up and down, with running outside, with laughing and singing? Well, I didn't, not at first. At the beginning of this spring, I wanted to hide from the sun's gaze. I felt naked, raw, vulnerable. I wanted to crawl into a cave, somewhere safe and invisible. But nature has its way of stealing itself into our hearts, and slowly I did fall in love with spring. This playful season of changing weather, of many colors and all shades of green. And when the sun brought not only light but warmth, I did run outside, spent all my time in nature, started singing, being creative, and finally felt inspired by all the beauty around me. Now it's May already, and it's a full moon tonight. So let's start a little fire, and wherever you are right now, let's celebrate spring together. Hello everyone. It's been so long since I made a vlog, and it's crazy. I don't even remember how to do that, but I hope I'll remember. It's been a while. I think the last vlog was maybe end of February. I'm not quite sure, but I think it was the last vlog when I told you that I kind of struggle with this transition between winter and spring, and I thought when I made that vlog, I thought that this transition was almost over, getting easier, but man, was I wrong. I really struggled a bit with the transition now in April and in March and April very much, and it's full spring now. I think we are through the rough parts now. I think it is spring transition over. We made it. I mean, I have no idea if there's one other person in the world even that struggles with this transition in particular, but well, we made it. I thought I could give you a little update on what happened in the last month, really. I try to film sometimes bits and pieces here and there. I thought I'd share quickly with you what has happened. The start of spring around March time was really nice. The nature kind of woke up from its slumber, but then winter came back very unexpectedly. There was a lot of snow again and some very winter flashback vibes here in Sweden. then finally, around Easter time, spring came back and hasn't really left since, which is nice, of course. And around that time, everything started blooming and the flowers came out of the earth. Yes, it was really, really nice. Around that time, I got visited by a very, very dear friend of mine back from school, my best friend from high school, and that was wonderful. We spent almost a full week here together in Sweden, and yes, maybe if you have reconnected with an old friend once, you may know how that felt. It was just so nice, so incredible to just be able to kind of just continue where we left off more than 10 years ago. That was wonderful, and I didn't film in that week. I just fully tried to enjoy every moment, like really being there in the moment. After that nice week, we went back to Germany for Easter, just a very few days, and there I got so overwhelmed by the colors and just the full force of spring nature there. I don't think I have ever noticed how different Sweden is from Germany in the spring. It's crazy. It was all those tulips and all those colorful flowers everywhere, and everything like really in your face spring. Yes, that was quite an explosion, but very nice, of course. And I think it is a wonderful time to visit Germany because, yes, all those flowers are just so nice to look at. It was just for my, I don't know, maybe more used to this calm energy here in Sweden. For me, being used to that, it was a bit much. And then, funnily enough, after Easter, I got a bit into watercolor painting because I have been doing acrylics for the last years, and I started a bit with watercolor painting and I love it. It's really nice, and this kind of gave me this idea or this imagery that like Germany in spring, it's like acrylic paintings, very colorful, very there, like very contrasty and stuff. And Sweden in spring is much more soft and translucent and more like watercolor pictures, those more soft vibes, those less vibrant colors. And I really like that. And I think that was the moment when I found peace with spring being here. After Easter, around end of April maybe, it was finally time for some outdoorsy activities again. I, really enjoyed being outside with Simba, of course, and just taking my bike, going through the forest, enjoying a bit more of the forest because I really like the slow pace of walking, and you can really like concentrate of one very small area when you walk. And by taking the bike through the Swedish forests, there's quite a different scope. You go through the nature faster. You don't see the nature that intense maybe, but you see more of it, of course, in a shorter time. So yes, I really love doing that as well. I think walking, biking, and taking the boat on the water, those are all like so nice means of transport, or just spending time in nature, going through nature. I love all three of them, and I think so great to be able to do all of that here. always very, very grateful for that. Yeah, I guess that time away from YouTube gave me some time to be creative in different ways. I started writing songs. Maybe you've heard one of the 2 songs already, or both, that I put up on YouTube. And yeah, just 1 week ago, I wrote and recorded my 2nd song, and I tried to take you along there, and I'll show you the clips now. Hi everyone, I'm just sitting here, just working on my song, and out there is like the biggest moose. I'll show you. It's really, yeah, it's still very crazy to me that it's just there right outside my window. There he is. Okay, back to work. In connection to writing and producing songs and stuff, I really try practicing Kulning. I hope I pronounce it right. Kulning. I don't know. But it's an ancient Swedish herding style. No, it's an ancient Swedish herding call style of singing. So it's very, very interesting to me that there is like this kind of high-pitched singing noise usually used to just call in cattle and stuff, and it's supposed to travel much, much further than usual shouting. And I think it's true. I think when I do Kulning, I hope it's pronounced that way, I feel like it really like gets through a lot of distance, and I really love that. I really love that high-pitched noise. And also I find it very fascinating that the tones or like the melody you use for Kulning is very heavily inspired by the instruments they had back there, and those instruments were mostly like the horns of a cow with like different holes put in it, so you only could like do the scale of na 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 na, and I love those notes together. It's so beautiful, and I try to practice Kulning as often as I can. The most funniest thing happened when I did some Kulning inside the house. It was so crazy. My dog sang along. I'll show you that. It was incredible. Simba. when I did that 2 days later, he did it again. He actually really just sang along with me again. It was crazy. If you have an idea, if you know whether he is just like kind of singing along or howling like wolves would howl together, or do you know if he is like actually not really enjoying it? Is it kind of protest? Tell me your ideas in the comments if you know, or if something similar happened to you. I'm very curious to what that means. I would love to read his mind in those moments, because it's like involuntarily, when I start to sing in those high-pitched notes, his head like tilts back and he starts howling with me, against me. I don't know. It's crazy. Yes, and then when I had finished recording the song, producing the song, I tried to do a music video. The first music video I did was just like animated style, and now I try to be in the music video myself. I really had to be brave to do that. It wasn't really inside of my comfort zone, but I tried it anyways. And yeah, it was really nice to just run through the forest in costume, but yeah, it took a lot of courage for me to do that. Yeah, and then just this last weekend, I had again visitors from Germany. My aunt, or the sister of my father, and she was also my godmother, and her husband, they came and visited for just a few days. And I did prepare a Dalah hest for them, and I have filmed that and show that to you now. Hi. Tomorrow my aunt will be visiting us, and my aunt and uncle. And there is a tradition in Sweden to gift the Dalah hest, or like Dalah horse from the region of Dalarna, to give this to visitors. I don't know if the tradition is like practiced a lot, but I wanted to give her or them, the two of them, like a little horse. And it's not painted, it's just black, and I want to try to paint it for them so I can give this as a present. And yeah, I'll see how this goes. And that was it. I think I said or told you now the most important parts that happened in the last couple of weeks. And today is full moon. It's the full moon closest to Walpurgis or Beltane or Beltane. I don't know. Is it Beltane or Beltane? I check and tell that to you now. Just simply Beltane. Yeah, anyway, it's the full moon closest to the end of April. The last day of April usually is celebrated in different cultures, in the Celtic culture and in the Nordic culture, Germanic culture, with a big bonfire. And I really like to do those things more on the full moon closest to the date. It's a few days later, it's a few days after the end of April, and it's a full moon, so I decided to do my bonfire today. And yeah, I think it's mostly burned down now, and it's not cold actually. It's nice night. It's very warm next to the fire. And Walpurgis or Beltane, I feel is like one of those most important days or festivities of ancient times, or not really ancient times, but pre-Christian times here in the north of Europe and Scandinavia. And I feel like this is the time of a lot of energy. Finally, this spring energy is reaching me as well. I feel like many of the people I know get energized by spring much earlier. I think it took some weeks for me to get there as well. But now I do feel energized, and I'm really trying now to work on feeling very safe and secure, to really be able to use the energy I have, not for worrying or like hustling for some goal. I just want to feel, I don't know, safe and secure and not in danger, so I can really use this energy of my life, for living. I feel like I'm really trying to do living and not surviving only. I don't know, maybe some of you can relate to the fear of being in danger by... I feel like I really can't explain it very well right now. I am actually on kind of a journey the next couple of weeks. Not like a real journey, more like a mental journeys. But yeah, I will talk about that in the next video. Just for now, really concentrating on being in the moment, feeling just as safe as I am now. Just trying to really live more than just survive. And I feel like, I've done a very bad job in explaining and very bad job in telling you what's been happening. I feel like I haven't talked to the camera for too long. I need some practice again, and this was a first practice. I really vow to be better and to do more vlogs in the future again. I really enjoy this. I mean, it's a very pleasant experience for me now, sitting here talking to you, talking with my camera, and I love doing the editing as well, so I will do more of this again. Spring is here, transition over, I am back. I hope I'm back, fingers crossed. And I hope that you are enjoying springtime in the fullest. I hope it's warm and sunny where you are. I hope nature is full back with all those leaves back on the trees, and I hope you can find some time to enjoy that and to just be out in nature in this abundance of color and life again. And I hope you don't get overwhelmed by it as I did. I will try to be back in May before the month ends with another vlog. But yeah, until then, I wish you the best days. See you very soon. Thank you for watching. Thank you if you have watched until the end. And yes, I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. Have a wonderful day, evening, morning, night. Bye bye.